You can. 1343, volume 4C.
See, okay.
Yes. But I may not take your lordship's time. I'll just orally say.
Well, you can just show it to us. We are already on it.
Yes. Formally, the chancellor was elected by the court. Your lordship knows the court then, when it in 2020 was consisting of Muslims. We are now proposing the chancellor shall be appointed by the visitor in such a manner as is provided in the statutes. And in the statutes, it is suggested that out of panel of 3 names, the visitor may appoint a chancellor. The chancellor should be able to exercise his moral authority in the best interest of the university and should not in any way be associated with any group or faction. Therefore, he would be above all decisions, because he will not be a party to any of the decisions. So he is not dependent upon the votes of the court. Now, my lord, more important part is at page 1346. And in my respectful submission, after this, no debate, my lord, from the petitioners can survive in the present matter. This is the stand of the government through the Honorable Education Minister while amending the Act itself. Your Lordship, my lord, has page 1346. Lord, right-hand side column, last 2 paragraphs. Lord, it starts with, it would not like. I would not like. Does your Lordship get one? This is what the government says in Parliament. Because there were demands that you declare this to be a minority university. And the minister answers, I would not like to take very much more of the time of the House, except to refer to 2 or 3 points which have been raised. First of all, a demand was raised that this university should now be declared to be a minority institution in terms of Article 30, Sub-Article 1 of the Constitution. Sir, this is a demand which is neither in the national interest nor in the interest of the university itself. Nor, if I may venture to suggest, of any section of our population, including the Muslim community. The responsibility for the educational development of every section of the population has been taken by the state. Maybe it is some part of it with the union government and the other part is with the state government. If the educational development of the entire country and all sections of the population is to be ensured, it would be necessary to see that the state plays its due part. Any single institution cannot be maintained by the central government for the benefit exclusively of one community or to be run by a single community. Till 72, there was a demand that you declare it to be a minority institution. And for very valid reason with a foresight, looking at the future, not a very eminent educational minister made this statement that it is not in the interest of the nation, nor in the interest of the community. So, my lord, after this, in my submission, my lord, the issue is closed. That's my respectful submission. My lord, similar, kindly come to debates of 1981, same volume, page 1680.
Same volume?
Yes, 1680. Well, this is the bill which, my lord, your lordships may recall, introduced. The word establish was deleted. And definition was added as a post facto approval of one-sided history. Well, I am not going into the merits or demerits of 81, but I wish to read, my lord, what transpired in the Parliament. So kindly come to 1680. These are the debates when 81 amendment was introduced. Shri G.M. Banatwala, Your Lordship said. Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, the Honorable Minister has been kind.
ये है इंडिया के पुराने इन्वेस्टिंग की दुनिया।
From Aligarh Muslim University, and this bill seeks to fulfill this pledge. I, on my part, respect the sentiments of the government, but I wish that the provisions incorporated in the bill had really led to fulfillment of the pledge. Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, the government, as we understand now, wants to restore the minority character of Aligarh Muslim University. Kindly pause here as a factual thing. The government never wanted to restore. It has said in 72 that it cannot be given. Something can be restored if it existed at any point of time. Be that as it may. Then why does it fight shy of saying so in the bill itself? Why should there be reservation? There are certain basic things which need to be understood. We are not playing with words. Those who are not capable of understanding the words are totally incapable of understanding the ideology and the facts behind this. There are show boys who have brought great woes and pains to this country. I have only to tell the government not to practice self-deception. The main issue is the restoration of the minority character to the Aligarh Muslim University in such a manner that the university gets protection of Article 30, Sub-Article 1 of the Constitution. The university has to be recognized as an educational institution as envisaged under Article 30, Sub-Article 1 of the Constitution. I'll skip the quotation. The judgment in Aziz Basha's case is a standing injustice both to the provisions of our Constitution as well as the minority and the secular concept that we have in our country. In this case, the Supreme Court has erroneously made an observation that the university has neither been established by Muslims nor has the administration of the university been ever exclusively vested in the minority in Muslims. Therefore, there are two aspects of the question. Please mark this, madam.
Yes.
He is demanding now that all right, you have established by incorporating the word, by deleting the word established. You are taken care of according to his understanding, not subject to that act being challenged. Now give us the administration also. So therefore I am reading it. And the minister says no, administration cannot be given. So even as per this debate, my lord, in parliament, nothing survives. Lord, I am on page 1680, bottom side, top. Therefore, there are two aspects to the question. Your Lordship's get. One aspect is the aspect of establishment of the university. This bill clearly says that it has been established by Muslims. The Lordship would recall the definition of university is changed. That's what my Lord is referring to. We are thankful to the government. I congratulate the government that the government has come forward with a recognition of this historical fact. But then the other aspect remains, and that aspect is that since allegedly the administration of the university never exclusively vested amongst the Muslims, therefore it is not an educational institution envisaged under Article 30, Sub-Article 1 of the Constitution. He admits that unless I have the administration, I can't rely upon 30 Sub-Article 1. The position should therefore be clarified. The definition as given of the term university in the present bill, which is now before the House, does not fully meet the requirements of Article 30 Sub-Article 1 of the Constitution and does not fully set at naught the observations of the Supreme Court in Aziz Basha case. Therefore, it is that we have come before the House to clarify explicitly that Aligarh Muslim University is a minority institution within the meaning of the minority institution under Article 30. Now directly come to the reply of the Honorable Minister at page 1682 on this question. The request, the demand that administration should also be given to us. It admits there is no administration with us, and the Honorable Minister 1682 right hand side, my lord, your lordship, get Srimati Sheila Kaur. Lord, I'm sorry, but I may just, my lord, before that, a page before that. 1681, my lord, just right hand side, there was a suggestion to add an explanation,
Right. I saw that actually.
notwithstanding any judgment decree, etc., my lord, which was not accepted by the parliament. Now please come to 1682. Srimati Sheila Kaur, my lord, she was the education minister. Lord, Srimati Sheila Kaur, as an education minister, answers on the question of